keeping stuff to yourself and keeping it private and learning, when to talk and when not to talk.
Hey, tell Steve Harvey I don't want her.
That she wasn't ready, because when a woman finds a good one, then that's what you're looking for. But I will say that she's young still, you know what I mean? And I too was looking forward to them making it, because I thought, oh, you know what? She's been looking for someone to keep on her arm, to be able to have a relationship with that is meaningful and is successful, because we know that the girl gonna keep her somebody that is gonna be newsworthy, But well, I think,
damn, Lisa, right?
Yeah, absolutely. She ain't no joke. She ain't. And her mama, Marjorie, my girlfriend, she gonna make sure that she doing and navigating the right way, because she gonna make sure that she is. And I think every mother should do that, But I think at the same time, she's young. I think the established relationship that Michael did have before this one, I think that maybe that social media, that all of that was a lot for him. And I think that he, I will say this, I heard about his ex, and him was so serious that he may have missed her.
Man, the drama never stops. Future is still heated about Lori leaving him like yesterday's trash right around New Year. This comes hot on the heels of him shading her for fumbling Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, before dude became an Oscar-winning superstar. Talk about timing, right? Now, word on the street is Lori regrets dumping him, and apparently she's been low-key trying to patch things up even before Michael hit that Oscar stage. But here's the kicker. Michael? He wants nothing to do with her. She had one shot and she totally blew it. That's the kind of regret that sticks like gum on your shoe. And here's where it gets extra messy. Future is stepping back into the chaos. This guy wasn't exactly innocent. A few years back, he straight up called Michael lame. So honestly, it's no shocker to see him stirring the pot again. If you remember, Future didn't hold back when he and Lori split, turning what could have been quiet heartbreak into a full-on public spectacle, even though Lori was trying hard to keep things off social media. But apparently, he's still not over it. Not even a little. And get this, after Lori ended things with him, she started dating Michael. Yeah, you can imagine how Future felt, fuming. He didn't just sit back, he fired shots at both of them in his track. In Magic City, he rapped, "Ma Bach, I'm the owner. Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her."
These two dudes right here matter to me in a way where, like he say, like if we going through something, we'll call each other because we feel for each other, because we know the real person.
Right, yeah.
I know they lying about you online.
Boom. That line alone reignited all the old rumors and tension. It's wild because the whole situation shows how messy love and ego can get in the public eye. Future's still playing the role of the bitter ex, while Lori's caught between regret and what could have been. And Michael? He's just chilling on his end, doing his thing, probably laughing at all the chaos that unfolded. Honestly, this is one of those stories where you sit back and think, man, some people just can't let go. It's a tangled web of breakups, second chances, and clout-driven drama, and the best part? We're all watching it unfold like it's a reality show that never ends. People are talking, memes are flying, and Future's still proving he doesn't know how to stay in his lane. Things got even messier when an extended version of Future's verse leaked right as the news broke about Lori and Michael's relationship. And let me tell you, this leak was next-level disrespectful. In this version, he spat lines like, "Must have forgot to tell her daddy, she begged me not to leave. Put baguettes on your ankles damn near up to your knees." Yeah, he wasn't holding back at all, then he went even harder. "She didn't have a choice but to go F.A. lame after me, baby." Basically, he was dragging Lori through the mud, line by line, no mercy. And just when we thought it couldn't get worse, he posted a video of him and Lori in the car with the caption, "Never given a messy girl a chance. My apologies to my fans." Boom, public humiliation, check, social media. Chaos, double check. At that point, we all assumed that was the finale. Most people thought the drama had run its course, and honestly, Lori probably thought so too. But nope. Plot twist. Everything got reignited when Michael B. Jordan snatched the Oscar for Best Actor. People were quick to celebrate his win, as they should, but of course the internet had to stir the pot. Suddenly, Lori was back in the conversation, with fans saying she was probably at home kicking herself for leaving him. Honestly, it's hard to blame them. Since breaking up with Lori, Michael's career has been on a whole different level. His rise has been way faster and bigger than anything he had going while they were together. And don't get it twisted, he wasn't struggling before, but the glow up after Lori? Unstoppable. Fans were relentless with their commentary. One person wrote, Lori Lori Harvey now knows she fumbled Michael B. Jordan after he won the Oscar. He was the prize. Another quipped, "Guess Lori Harvey no longer serves Michael Jordan, ain't it?"
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yeah, all right.
I'm the prize. What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from the situation if it's like no longer serving me.
Yo, shut up. Imagine calling yourself the prize of you dating Future, baby. That's why I always tell my young G's their past matters. The type of men that they used to date and they past matters. Imagine saying that I just will never compromise my expectation. Meanwhile, you getting your back twisted and rearranged by a dude like Future.
And just like that, the internet frenzy came full circle, dragging Lori, celebrating Michael, and somehow keeping Future in the middle of the mess. This situation is a perfect storm of breakup regrets, public shading, and career clout colliding. The way Future kept fueling the fire, the way fans jumped on Lori's supposed regret, and Michael rising to iconic status. It's like watching a drama series that never ends. Every verse, every post, every award just adds more heat to the story. And honestly, the messiness makes it impossible to look away. Just when you thought the drama had died down, Future decided to pour even more gasoline on the fire. People started noticing that he wasn't just shading Lori in his songs, he was going full-on personal. Social media caught wind of every little jab, and fans were going wild dissecting his every line. The dude made it clear he wasn't over the breakup, and he wasn't going to let Lori move on quietly. The wild part? Michael B. Jordan didn't even need to get involved, but somehow his name kept getting dragged into the chaos. Future's lyrics made it sound like Michael was just the guy who took what was his while Lori was messing up big time. Fans ran with it, tweeting stuff like, "Future's still salty about Lori and Michael, he can't let it go," and Lori thought she had her shot, but Future ain't playing. It became this endless cycle of shade, clout, and public debate. Meanwhile, Lori's supposed regret became the hot topic of conversation. People were saying she probably stayed up late thinking, "Man, did I really mess up?" And honestly, you can see why. They weren't just talking about the breakup. They were talking about missing out on someone whose career skyrocketed after leaving her. That kind of reflection gets messy fast, especially when everyone online is watching and judging. And Future? He doubled down. Every post, every story, every verse felt like a reminder that he wasn't backing off. He was making sure everyone remembered that their breakup wasn't clean or quiet. He was the one keeping the story alive. Some fans even started taking sides, debating whether Future had the right to feel this way or if Lori had moved on and deserved peace. The back and forth was nonstop. This whole saga shows just how intense public breakups can get when you mix fame, money, and social media clout. A relationship that might have ended quietly for most people turned into a full-blown spectacle. Everyone from fans to media outlets was analyzing every move, every lyric, and every post, trying to figure out who came out on top. And spoiler alert, no one's really winning.
Just listens to me when I talk. Like even, the other day I had just been saying I really wanted to go to a farmer's market. And so he called me one morning, Sunday morning. He was like, "What are you doing? Get dressed, I'm about to come pick you up." And he took me an hour away to
Except maybe Michael, who's just living his best life while all this chaos unfolds. Man, talk about a total flip of the script. 5 years can change everything. Michael B. Jordan goes from being the guy to straight up winning the highest honor at the Academy Awards, while Lori, well, she's just average in comparison, at least in the eyes of the internet. Fans were quick to declare Michael the real prize, and suddenly Lori's past decisions were under a microscope. The takeaway? She seriously undervalued what she had. And just when the internet thought the drama might cool off, a source from Lori's team decided to stir the pot even more. T-alert! Word got out that Lori has been relentlessly trying to reach Michael ever since his Oscar win. And get this, some speculate she was making moves to reconnect even before the award, but Michael? Nah, he's not having it. He hasn't answered a single one of her calls, showing that sometimes a hard pass says more than words ever could. Here's the twist. After their breakup, Lori seemed like she had the upper hand. She and her mom, Marjorie, were out there spinning stories about Michael, claiming he only dated white women. I stayed quiet, letting the rumors float, which meant the narrative stayed alive for months. Fans debated back and forth, picking sides and dissecting every post, every interview, and every rumor. And in true drama fashion, the internet had a field day. It didn't stop there. Marjorie decided to add some extra spice by sharing a video of Jennifer Lewis saying, "If you sit in it for too long, it stops smelling." Fans immediately connected the dots, interpreting it as a shade-filled metaphor aimed at Michael or the whole situation. Social media exploded with speculation, memes, and endless commentary. People were dissecting everything: Lori's motives, Marjorie's involvement, and Michael's silent stance, and every little move got twisted into the next big story. What's wild about this whole saga is how layered it's become. You've got Future still salty and stirring the pot, Lori possibly regretting her choices, Michael living his best life and staying silent, and social media turning every tiny action into a headline. It's drama, it's clout, it's heartbreak, and it's an ongoing spectacle. Fans can't stop talking, and honestly, neither can we. The mix of ego, heartbreak, and clout has created one of the juiciest celebrity sagas in recent memory. The shade train didn't stop with Marjorie. Lori jumped right on board herself, adding even more fuel to the fire.
See, I gotta be real careful because Lori, boy, she be in my... I can't make no mistakes. I can't make sense. I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your is my ex too. That's the rule. The rule in our house is any boy that's an ex, he's now my ex too.
Right after her mom stirred things up, Lori slid in with a subtle but savage joke at Michael's expense. She posted a photo on her IG stories of a license plate that literally said, "Dump him." Boom! That alone had people talking for days, but she didn't stop there. Lori also gave an interview where she dragged Michael, claiming he didn't meet her standards for the kind of man she wants to settle down with. Here's the wild part. When Lori and Michael were together, she was singing a completely different tune. Back then, there wasn't any talk about standards or settling down. It was all smooth vibes. Suddenly, after the breakup and after Michael's big Oscar moment, the narrative flipped. The internet immediately picked up on it, calling out the hypocrisy and comparing her past words to her current posts. Fans were like, wait, what happened to the love songs? And now she's judging Michael? But the real kicker? Lori has no shortage of experience herself. Remember, she was still dating Future at the same time. The same Future who's got multiple baby mamas, a crazy number of kids, and who's publicly said marriage isn't his plan. Like, oh, how does that make sense? She had no problem being with a guy who is literally the definition of non-commitment, yet now she's shading Michael for not meeting her so-called standards? The internet didn't let her slide on that one. It's no wonder Future is clowning her over Michael now. He sees the whole situation and can't resist throwing in his own commentary through songs, posts, and leaks. It's like watching a live-action saga where every move gets documented, analyzed, and shredded online. Fans are dissecting the irony, calling Lori out, and reliving every single post and song that's been dropped about this messy love triangle. This chapter of the drama proves one thing: social media has no chill, and celebrity breakups are never just private. The combination of Lori's posts, her mom's comments, and Future's relentless shade has made this story explode into one of the most talked about celebrity sagas in recent memory. Every angle, every jab, and every post keeps the internet hooked, and honestly, there's no end in sight. The drama just keeps escalating, and people can't get enough.
Right after that, I went through my very first public breakup. Now, most people after a breakup are like, I'm gonna get in better shape. But I was already in Creed shape. So I had to be like, all right, I guess I'll learn a new language. Anyway, estoy en raya. After the breakup, everyone thought I was so heartbroken because when the news came out, I was at a basketball game and they caught me looking like this.
Michael B. Jordan was really the closest thing Lori ever had to a serious, meaningful relationship, and somehow she fumbled it just to move on to a knockoff version, Damson Idris. No disrespect to Damson, he's talented, but let's be real, he ain't Michael B. Jordan. Fans didn't let her slide on that one, and social media exploded with comparisons, memes, and endless debates about how she traded up, or down, depending on how you see it. What makes this whole situation even more interesting is that throughout Lori's non-stop shading of Michael, Steve Harvey, her rumored ex and one-time partner, never once disrespected him or tried to cut ties. In fact, they actually ran into each other recently at a basketball game, and it was nothing but love and respect on Michael's side. But of course, the story gets messier. Steve later revealed that Lori was pressed about their encounter and actually told him not to talk to Michael again. That's some serious jealousy and control right there, and the internet went wild over that tea. Now, here's where Future comes back into the picture. Honestly, it's a little confusing why he thinks he's in the position to clown Lori over Michael. But then again, we can't really blame him. That's exactly what everybody else is doing online. Memes, tweets, Instagram commentary. People are having a field day analyzing Lori's choices, her shading, and how she supposedly fumbled the one that got away.
Performing a song off of one of the most relatable albums of all time, Her Loss.
Future just jumped in to add his own spice to the pot. And if you step back and really look at the situation, Lori is clearly on the losing end of this entire saga. A couple of years ago, the narrative was flipped, and everyone thought Michael was the one who messed up, especially after Lori started dating Damson Idris. But now, with Michael's career skyrocketing and her public attempts to shade him, people are seeing it a whole different way. Lori went from being someone in control of her dating story to the one being roasted online for questionable decisions. This chapter really cements the fact that social media never forgets. And in celebrity relationships, timing, fame, and career moves can completely flip the narrative. Michael wins. The Oscar keeps it classy and lets success speak for itself. Lori posts, shades, and tries to assert control, but the public has already made their judgment. Meanwhile, Future keeps the drama alive. Memes keep flying, and the saga continues to be one of the juiciest celebrity storylines in recent memory. The shade train didn't stop with Marjorie. Lori jumped right on board herself, adding even more fuel to the fire. Right after her mom stirred things up, Lori slid in with a subtle but savage joke at Michael's expense. She posted a photo on her IG stories of a license plate that literally said, "Dump him." Boom, that alone had people talking for days. But she didn't stop there. Lori also gave an interview where she dragged Michael, claiming he didn't meet her standards for the kind of man she wants to settle down with.
Ooh, man, y'all. I stand here because of the people that came before me. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith, and to be amongst those giants, amongst those greats, amongst my ancestors, amongst my guys. Thank you, everybody in this room and everybody at home for supporting me over my career. I feel it.
Here's the wild part. When Lori and Michael were together, she was singing a completely different tune. Back then, there wasn't any talk about standards or settling down. It was all smooth vibes. Suddenly, after the breakup and after Michael's big Oscar moment, the narrative flipped. The internet immediately picked up on it, calling out the hypocrisy and comparing her past words to her current posts. Fans were like, wait, what happened to the love songs? And now she's judging Michael? But the real kicker? Lori has no shortage of experience herself. Remember, she was still dating Future at the same time. The same Future who's got multiple baby mamas, a crazy number of kids, and who's publicly said marriage isn't his plan. Like, how does that make sense? She had no problem being with a guy who is literally the definition of non-commitment, yet now she's shading Michael for not meeting her so-called standards? The internet didn't let her slide on that one. It's no wonder Future is clowning her over Michael now. He sees the whole situation and can't resist throwing in his own commentary through songs, posts, and leaks. It's like watching a live-action saga where every move gets documented, analyzed, and shredded online. Fans are dissecting the irony, calling Lori out, and reliving every single post and song that's been dropped about this messy love triangle. This chapter of the drama proves one thing. Social media has no chill, and celebrity breakups are never just private. The combination of Lori's posts, her mom's comments, and Future's relentless shade has made this story explode into one of the most talked-about celebrity sagas in recent memory. Every angle, every jab, and every post keeps the internet hooked, and honestly, there's no end in sight. The drama just keeps escalating, and people can't get enough.
Stop policing her. Let her do what she want to do. If she wanted to be the future of the industry, let her be the female future of the industry. But I don't think she is. I love Lori Harvey. I love how she moves, and I think she gave Michael B. Jordan a lot of grace in that breakup because I heard what the streets were saying about that, and I would love for her at some point to come on.
What was the street saying, Jason?
Well, they said Michael B. allegedly was cheating on her. And she didn't even really say nothing about that. And when I saw her at the Essence Festival in New Orleans, I walked up to her and we took a picture and I looked at her and I said, you don't want to come on my show because you think I'm going to ask you something messy? And she was like, no, that ain't it. I said, because I know why you and Michael broke up. And I said, he cheated on you. She just stared at me.
Stop, Jason, stop.
What?
Jesus,
Stop.
Jason. You going to run Michael B. Jordan back to white women now.
That
Stop.
man came to the Wakanda 2 premiere with no sleeves, chest out, no undershirt. His nipples was showing on the side. He was looking for a piece. But either way, if I had the body like that, I'd do it too.
Fast forward to 2026, and the tables could not be more flipped. Michael B. Jordan is now an Oscar-winning actor, living his best life and leveling up harder than ever. Meanwhile, Damson Idris, well, he's reportedly trying to step into Michael's shoes by hustling for a role in the next Black Panther movie. You really can't make this stuff up. Whether Lori wants to admit it or not, she downgraded. Some fans are straight up saying she probably should have married Michael when she had the chance. And as always, the internet had plenty to say about it. One person tweeted, Michael B. Jordan ignoring Lori's congrats like he ignored the red flags in 2022. Level up so hard the past can't even get a text back. Another fan chimed in, men get the biggest ego the second they start winning. Imagine ignoring calls from the one person who held you down when you literally had nothing. Social media went wild, memes were flying, and the debates were nonstop. It's like this saga has no chill and no one's willing to let it go. Then there's Future, still lurking in the background, clowning Lori as if the story isn't already messy enough. Fans are divided. Some say he's being petty. Others think he's just adding fuel to an already blazing fire. Either way, his antics have kept this story alive for years, and honestly, it adds to the chaos that keeps people talking day after day. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about Future being petty by clowning Lori Harvey? And do you honestly believe Lori and Michael could ever get back together after all this drama? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below because this story isn't over until the people weigh in. And hey, if you've been enjoying the breakdown of this messy love triangle, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more hot tea like this. Click here to watch our next video. It's packed with even more celebrity drama that you won't want to miss. The story continues, and you don't want to be the one left out of the conversation.